Okay, so in this problem it says you're visiting a friend who lives in another city and you take the train to her town. At the train station, which is on a corner, you realize that you've lost the directions to your friend's house. You do remember that she lives 2 blocks from the station. If you walk exactly 2 blocks at random, and if your friend's house is actually 1 block north and 1 block east of the first station, what is the probability you'll reach your friend's house on the first try? The fact that they give you this 1 block north, 1 block east implies to you that this situation is a square grid of a city, which is what most cities are laid out to be. So essentially what's happening is we have this square grid that's created. And you know, when you look at the square grid, the center point is where the train station is, and then we actually are going to need our picture to look like this, and I'll show you why in just a second, where these points are the end blocks that you go. Okay, so it says she actually lives at 1 block north and 1 block east. So the friend lives at this point right here. So the question is, what's the probability if you randomly choose directions you're going that you'll actually end up at her house? And so there's a couple ways to think about this. First thing, and I know this is an easy way to miss this problem, is though you are randomly choosing directions, it's only random in the sense that you're not going to do something dumb, which would be to go back to where you started. So once you leave the train station, you will not be returning to the train station, because that doesn't make any logical sense at all. So, but instead, what you're doing is you're just randomly picking roads to go down. So when you start at the train station, there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4 options that you could take. And so there are 4 things you could do when you leave the train station. Now the nice thing about this problem is once you get to one of these next corners, each of those corners there are 1, 2, 3 ways that you could leave those corners. So each of the corners has 3 options. You can go, you know, if you get to this corner right here, you can either go up, you can go to the left, or you can go to the right. And so there are 3 ways to do that. So the number of paths that you could actually take is 4 times 3, or 12. So the denominator of our probability is 12. There are 12 total paths that you could take that are 2 blocks long. And then how many of them actually get you to this? Well, there's actually only 2. The 2 that get you that are going up and to the right, or to the right and up. So you either can go north and then east, or east and then north. So there are 2 ways that gets you to that corner, so the correct answer is 1/6.